Hello everyone, I'm going to try something different today, and it involves not doing the daily races because they don't really help me on my journey that I'm on. So we're at the Nürburgring in the lobby, and we're simply just going to do laps with random weather and see what happens, and just try to learn this track, since it probably has a good chance of coming up for the event. So we're just going to try this in its longest layout, in case they throw us with the GP layout. And that's kind of the aim here, just to do laps and stuff. And we might have to do this for the whole week because there's no Group 3 in the dailies, so I can't use this car. So that's all I'm going to be doing. Maybe try some like lobby racing later in the week instead, and like come on later on, so we'll have people to join me. Could be something I might do. Shoot, I turned my phone off. Nope. Nice. Okay. I think I'm ready to start. So we're just going to do hard tires. We're just going to make it as difficult as possible. And we got like random weather. Not too sure if the weather comes into effect, even though we're not in the actual race or qualifying session. But we're just going to race with it dry then, or else after a few laps we might just turn it to wet and just see how that goes. This is probably going to be a boring stream. This is just the way it's going to have to be though, because there's no point just doing Group 2 Daily C. Oh yeah, I'll tell you what the dailies are. So Daily A is a normal road car. I think I forgot what that was. Daily B is Group 4. What track was it at? So, I can't remember. And with Suzuka in Daily C, Group 2. It looks like the GTR is the best one there. Nope. Haven't driven this track in ages, so I'm going to get used to this. Oh, damn. Those set of corners are very difficult with the on hard tires. Oh my god. I thought the hard tires would have less grip than this. So rusty here. Oh my god, I'm all over the place. God, this is only an outlap. This outlap is going to be like terrible. Because like this, we're going to be like half health on the tires. It's way too casual. Oh my god. Didn't expect that to happen. These tires are acting like they're like way better. Like I always remember hard's been really bad at slowing down. Actually, just driving, we're braking way too late all the time, or early. We're hitting like every curb. Alright, let's try a lap. Oh my god, we just completely went wide. Not a good start. This isn't going well at all. Oh my god. This track took so long to memorize. Oh, I keep missing that. Corner is actually annoying. Like I remember the last time I raced this event, I kept braking too late, so I'm braking too early. Not spin this time on this corner. So much understeer. Probably need third there instead. Oh my god. The understeer. Hello Ian. How are you this morning? Oh god, that's terrible. Oh, it's very orange. Unnecessary long lift there. It's all about lines in this track though. Just get your lines right, you'll be fine. Look at that colour. Never seen it like this before. Oh my god, what? This car runs out at 61. Why is it doing it like that? Go in and change the tires and just go out and do it again. Just gonna forget about lap time for the moment and just focus on just consistency and just lines. It shouldn't take me too long to get up to speed here. Well, I say that, but I mean it shouldn't take as long as it did the first time I was doing this event. Still might need first there. Left. I'm confused. Alright, let's just nail this corner. Not too bad. Okay, we're getting better. I don't know, I like the time on like times 10 or something like that. I don't know what it's on. Okay, we're braking too much there. Last time I did this track, well, one of these layouts, was played in the GTWS. I haven't. It's the first time using my boots for this, so it's going to feel a little bit different. Okay, getting a little bit of a groove here. There we go, that's the line I was looking for. Okay, just watch that exit. Can't see too much. That's okay. Let's see if we can get this one better. Not really. Maybe a little bit. I want to get off that curb. That curb is still a little bit of a problem. Can't see the road in front. Yeah, I'd say white light helps, but can make a change if I need it. It makes it more difficult though, so it's kind of just as good. Yes, Connor, man, that's what I'm looking forward to at work. Talking about the football, man. Did the exact same thing on the last lap, if that's okay. You're right there, Connor. Don't go off. Nice. Oh, slowest understeer on that. Yeah, it actually did pretty good, better than I expected, Connor. As I'm a big Arsenal fan. Yes, it is, Connor. Damn it. Yeah, I love Eze, Ian. Eze is a great signing. They could put lights in, but the amount of money they'd have to spend for how long this lap is, it's crazy. Quite get that corner right, but just because of the visibility, it's okay. How much time do we have left? We'll do one more lap and then we'll go and do some rain on this track. Yeah, it's really long, especially if you can't see anything. Can't even see the corner, oh my god. Much better. This will be our flying lap, I guess. Crazy, you can't even see anything, like, it's actually so much fun. stayed on in the lines. Nearly went off there as well. It's actually nearly better in this section because you can actually, because the track's more narrow, so you can see more with your headlights. Okay, went a bit wide there. Lost a little bit of visibility there. Might start getting bright at the end of this lap. As long as I just drive most of the difficult corners right, that should be fine. Not too worried about times or any of that at the moment. Try to take this more narrow, this one. There we go. Oh my god, don't get loose on the curb. On the dirt. The way they used to race back in the day. It's actually quite difficult. Might be better from inside the car, the visibility, but it's the first time I've actually done that corner pretty okay. We keep doing the same thing. That's fine though, as long as you don't trail or bleed too much speed. Let's get this corner right. Nice, because I can't see anything. We're doing pretty well. Pick this up a bit nicer. Oh, crazy the wall. That's happened a few times before in qualifying sessions and other things. Bit smoother, only that wall that we hit seems to be the only problem. Just get it turned in nicely. Don't hit the curb, that's what happens. Shame we got that penalty, but it's okay. Shifted a little bit early just because of what happened last time. I don't actually remember what a good reference for this lap is. Probably like about 8 minutes. I think 8 minutes was normally pretty good. With their bad driving and penalties, that's not too bad. Okay. Obviously we got max fuel and we have... Actually I don't know about the fuel, let me check. Actually no, I think no, fuel will be on minimum, so we just got obviously the worn tyres. That's going to make this worse for us. Still pretty good since obviously our tyres to look at. If we had fresh tyres it'd be fine. If we didn't get a penalty or hit a few walls and stuff it'd be grand as well. Alright, so that was some good improvement. Let's change the track to the sprint. Sorry, the endurance. Just so we can keep doing the Nürburgring but change and make sure we get all parts of the GP, because GP could come up on the in the event in Germany. Just make sure we get every part of the GP in our practice. And we'll try with rain this time. Oh, I didn't say hello to you, Barry. Hello, Barry. Welcome into the chat. We'll just do a thing of, we'll do R01, R2, we'll just keep going up and up and up. Oh. It's supposed to be 6. No, it's supposed to be 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, we have the perfect amount of reins, because we can use all the reins. And I think that's it. Yeah, I'm happy too. It's just, the only problem for me is I need to practice the McLaren, so I'm going to stay away from the dailies this week and just do different tracks that could possibly come up in the events. and just go out and just practice. So let's see the rain radar. Oh my god. So I only have like 19 minutes left to play, so whatever rain we get, we'll just have to practice with that. I won't be practicing rain for every track, just this one and other rain tracks, just because obviously these tracks have a lot of chance of rain happening. PD I love to do. Let's put rain in. Let's go into the... What are we expecting actually? No point having dry tires, it's probably just going to rain straight away. Let's just check it out. Yeah, okay, we'll do that. So obviously this is the endurance layout, and we have to go up here. Oh my god, our tires are probably going to go to shite. So we might end up just quitting and going out if our tires get too bad. And I broke too late. There's no wet line I can use. Oh my god, that was so close. I didn't think I'd get a penalty there. I'm gonna wait because I feel like our tires aren't gonna, they're just gonna burn. We'll just stay here, I guess, until the rain kind of picks up a bit. I wish they had 100 miles on the radar, even though 100 miles is kind of cheating, but I'd like to have more distance. Oh, the rain's just disappearing, look at it. It's like at the end of its cycle. That little rain cloud's getting smaller. I didn't actually know that, never actually seen that before. Or the rain just it starts disintegrating into nothing. Interesting. This must be so boring for chat, but anyways, we'll just have to do it. Oh, come on, rain, come on. Could reset, but then all that will do is could give me another one of these scenarios where I'm just waiting for the rain to come. So come on, everything might just start evaporating since it comes to us. This actually does happen in some races where, if you see on the rain map on the right, bottom right, it shows obviously at the bottom you have the light blue, which is really light rain, and then you have all the way up to purple, which is like extreme rain, which is like hurricane type rain. And sometimes like it can go from like green, you can see in the middle, to like just like dark blue, like it starts like fading. Sometimes it happens when the rain's coming towards you, it just starts lightning. So all this like blue stuff in the middle might just start turning to really light blue. We'll get out of the car and just go back to the bigger radar and just check it. So this is all the rain we just had. So So we need to get to like the current time. I don't know, that rain mightn't actually come. That rain might just start evaporating as soon as it gets to us. Let's check it out again. That rain is not coming in. Okay, we're gonna have to change it because it's only gonna be like that really light stuff, and that doesn't really change the weather all that much. Let's reload it. Okay, if this just shows me bad or dry weather, I'm just gonna have to try to change it to RO8, which is the worst rain. This looks like it's the exact same thing as what I just loaded. This like is the exact same thing as I just loaded. It looks exactly the same. Okay, you asked for it. Didn't need to do all of them, but might as well. Yep, that's more like it. Purple rain. When green is your background, you know it's bad. Green is heavy. I'd say the dark blue is like heavy, and the green is like anywhere up from dark blue is just extremely heavy. All that yellow rain and stuff. I'll show you from the inside of the car as well. So let's just put the wet tires on because it's the only option. Now this car isn't incredible in the wet. I'm going to have to stay away from the racing line because sometimes the racing line actually has less grip than the non-racing line in the dry. You use those marbles to your advantage, I believe. Oh, it's very slippy. We're gonna have to take racing lines for a lot of these though. Driving in the rain takes so much practice because it's just so different. So many people will use traction control. If you can use it or drive here without traction control, it's better. But it's so hard. It's just so slippy all the time. Even me, I'm okay in the rain, but for pro standards this isn't good. Obviously just because I haven't been practicing this, but if you're in the race you have to do better than this. Might have to shift up early as well just to regain traction through these corners. It's another pro tip if you are struggling here in a future event. It's not as much water as I thought. Purple rain's kinda gone, and that yellow rain in the distance you can see will probably start evaporating as soon as we get near it. Which I feel like is a common trend of this track. For some reason, whatever way the this track works. Maybe it's realistic, the way they try to keep the weather is realistic anyways, but maybe when it gets near to this kind of area, the weather kind of just settles down a bit, I don't know. Now that I remember it, that seems to be a common thing with this track, where weather always seems to be heavy until it comes towards you and starts calming down. Things you gotta remember is the curbs on these type of tracks, not to use them too much if you can. In terms of racing lines, not too much you can do because it's so thin. What I like to do is kind of go wide in some of these corners, but even that is just not optimal because you just lose too much time. It depends on your track and your type of corner. But on the outside here, it mightn't be too bad. This car would be good for traction, so in other cars you might struggle even more than this. Whoops. Our aim is to not crash. Go to third because I don't trust this car. We're at 53, so at the end of this lap we'll just call it a day. Let's go narrow. Okay, that's that grippier line. That didn't work all that well. It's great that these wet tyres are better than the F1 ones, because they probably wouldn't even be on the track in this weather because of safety reasons. What I've read is about F1 and the Inters just being just as good as the wets at all times. Oh, I could use a bit more power there. Hello, Gr.3. No dailies for me today, just practicing different type of races this week since there's no Gr.3 on, so might as well use the McLaren to practice. Oh, and we might have done that too much. Yep, we have. Oops, trying to use the normal line, which didn't work. Oh my god! I've never seen that before. There we go. If you can keep on the carousel, you'd be better off than what I just did there. Obviously, if you're driving down onto the carousel, you'd probably slide more. I'm just glad this is my first ever lap in the wet at this track today. If this was a competitive event, we'd be so bad. Good thing, if this is the event that we are going to be racing in, we'll have so much more practice to be able to do. I'll read that in a second, Gray. Watch the traction. For people who struggle here already in the dry conditions, like this is completely different. It's torture. Oh, turning under braking is never a good sign. That's scary. so difficult to control when you're mixing with the dry or the slow and the fast line in the wet. Because they're two completely different lines, the outside and the inside. And the normal racing line is normally the one that tries to make you slower. Oh my god, okay. That was my chair, I was not anything serious. Yeah, so this is what it looks like in the cockpit, like I was saying earlier. Imagine doing this in real life, this is just torture. Let's not mess up here. Nice. You just went a bit, I guess, wide there. That would be the racing line issues with understeer. 8, 9, let's go under 9 minutes. That's probably an okay time. Just because this car could be easier to drive than others. It's an okay time for crashing, I guess. What am I on about? Let me see, Nah man, we got a bad result. We just got too unlucky and got too flustered in the CTC. We had a good chance of winning, and then I crashed in the non-crashable car. In the space of one corner, it went from dry conditions to completely intermediates, and everyone started going into the final corner at like high speedering. Well, the final like corner you actually have to turn on, which is, let's say, that right banking corner. We did it reverse, so it's the reverse version, so the one where you like kind of go on the top of the Astro and turn in. So anyways, we were all fighting at the top. It was like a bunch of 8 of us, and then I was on the inside, and at that point we were turning. You had people on the left using the banking, so everyone was just going into the wall, while I'm on the inside then, having no grip and can't like use the wall to my advantage. I smack into someone who's smacked into the wall. They're just kind of like on the walls because the grip isn't there. I smack into someone by chance because I'm just trying to brake and trying to get away from the wall, and I hit him and I go flying. No, the race kind of ended there because we weren't consistent enough to keep up the top. And one of our other drivers got in the way on the soft tires. I think he tried to make it, see if it would work, but it just didn't. Especially since it was going to be wet anyways after that, and then he just left, which is not okay either, because then we lose our points, but it's not good sportsmanship. What I do whenever I have bad races in the GTWS and all that stuff in dailies, the best thing you can do when you're having a bad race is just pit and just stay there. Don't quit, don't lose DR, don't lose points. Just sit in the pits. If you're having a bad day, just sit in the pits, because there's nothing worse than actually leaving. Just sit there and just think about it. It was so annoying that race when I got hit, because it was right at the pit stop. And I had way more fuel than everyone else, so I could have done a lot more damage. I probably would have came out in first, even if, like, let's say I went into the pits at 8. I was using 7th a lot, and it used a lot less fuel, so it was good. If you can keep in the slipstream, then it's pretty good. So yeah, this hasn't been the most entertaining stream. I guess it's an entertaining track though, so tomorrow we'll be doing a different track though, because we can't keep doing the same track, because I kind of want to space out all my experience. We're going to be using real world tracks, just because that's most likely what track they'd pick. If we can go through all the real world tracks that are kind of in this kind of European area, then we'll start doing fictional ones and go from there. I just want to kind of like get a run through some of the tracks, just so we can kind of get rid of the dust. I don't know, I have actually no idea when I'll know the combo. Hopefully soon. Normally they kind of throw a time trial, but I hope they'd tell me before that. That's what they did in the first race. And my screen has turquoise on it. I don't know why that is. Okay, there it is. Okay, let's go into the world circuits and see what our next one will be. I could have done this on my weekly challenge. I could have done this, but I don't think there's any bop on this, and plus it would just be boring. I don't know why. The track's actually pretty good. That might be the next one we use. I'm just trying to think. I'm still thinking, like, since we're in Germany, it's going to be in this Germany area. It's either going to be one of these variants, I think. It could be this. Probably not this, this. Probably not that. Maybe that. Maybe that. Not that, I don't think. Don't think of that, don't think of that. I don't think so. Could be this. I hope it's not that. My car is terrible at this track, and I hate that track. At the moment, I don't know. I just haven't been doing too good at that track. So it could be this one. This one. This one. This one. This one. This one or this one. Okay, see you, Gr.3. I'm actually heading off as well, so that's gonna be the stream. I will see everyone tomorrow on one of the other tracks. Thank you.